You think this being my first YouTube video and me having this camera forever, I would know how to freaking focus this thing, but whatever. Watch this whole thing be out of focus. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Gavin, aka Gavo, aka wherever you're gonna call me today. This is Paid Exposure. This is my YouTube channel, Shamir's Dream. This is everything, but this is a lot different. So, if you don't know, we have a Facebook community. Paid Exposure Podcast. Go follow it. Go look us up on Facebook. In there's a secret group. Anonymous leads it. The Illuminati leads it. I don't know. All the billionaires that we don't know about, they're all in there. The point is, in there, we talk about equipment. We talk about things you should be doing, you shouldn't be doing, type of clients you want to be looking for. You know, we all give advice. It's random people. It's open. You know, you can post anything. You can share anything. You can ask any question you want to. It is very fun and lighthearted, but it is also very informative. So please make sure you go follow that. Also, follow us on Instagram. Follow us on, that's it, because we only on Instagram. And follow the podcast page. It's on Anchor. It's definitely dope. It's all in the links below. Please make sure you subscribe and like this video. If you don't like this video, you can leave a thumbs down, but you better hop in the comments because I'm going to roast you until there's no more roasting left. Next. So if you are on Facebook and you are following the podcast already, you know that a couple weeks ago we had Brandon Great on, and when I had him down, he's a Charlotte photographer. We talked about branding your photography business. It was super dope. But the cooler part about it all, was that people reached out to us and was like, hey, what are exactly the tools that you guys use to brand your business? So I wanted to take this time out, sit down, kind of give you 5 tips and 5 tools that I use personally to brand my business, because I definitely think it'll be helpful. Just to kind of give you a background, I'm a Charlotte photographer, born and raised. It's only 3 of us. The other 2 people are my grandma and my dad. Don't worry about it. It's only 3 of us. But the point is this. I started doing photography in college. My background was computer software. I do marketing full time, and I'm a photographer. So with that being said, let's get into these 5 tools. All right. First things first. If you do, I don't care what type of business you got. Let's say you here and you're not even a photographer. You need a freaking website. I do not care. It is so disheartening when I have photographers reach out to me and they say, hey Gavin, I want you to follow me, check out my portfolio. And I'm like, okay, cool, where is it? And next thing they know is go, oh, check my Instagram. And I'm like, okay, well, you only have 6 photos because you've been archiving everything. And they're like, all right, I'm on Facebook. And I'm like, well, you're private. And then it's like, I'm thinking to myself, where do your clients even go to check out your work? You need to get your website today. That's the first thing I would tell any photographer after you get registered. Some of us are running stuff off the books. Well, some of y'all, because I'm not. Some of y'all running stuff off the books, which is cool, but still, even at that, you need a personal website. I don't care what it is. I suggest getting your domain name, you know, whatever your first and last name is, getting that, and then getting your business, or just getting your business name. Me personally, my website is gavinboware.com. Make sure you go check it out. Personally, I use Squarespace. It is the easiest tool you can have to manage your website, and it's not expensive. That's the most important thing. So like I said earlier, I went to school for computer software. I did web design. I used to be one of those designers who designed my whole website, in Photoshop. Then I was using Flash, and then it was just like HTML, like all that stuff. All right, nobody ain't got time for that no more. Nobody. Now that I do what I do with marketing, it's usually WordPress, and you'd be surprised how many businesses use Squarespace. That's just because it's easy, it's simple, it's straight to the point. So my favorite thing about Squarespace is I can go in there. First of all, it's created for creatives. I hate that word, by the way, but I got to use it at this point. It's created for creatives. So you can go in there, you can upload your portfolio, you can do contacts, you can do newsletters, you can create contacts in there. You can literally host, for me, for instance, right? I host a contest on my website. People come in, they sign up. That information is directly it feeds directly into my MailChimp, which goes out, which puts people in this workflow where all my information just goes in a circle. So I love Squarespace for that. I have a store on Squarespace because I sell merch sometimes, or I give away stuff. I don't even know why those reasons right there is why you should have one. And it's easy and it's very professional when people say like, oh my goodness, all right, he has a website. And Squarespace prides themselves on simplistic websites, and That's what clients really want nowadays. Clients do not want all these crazy stuff popping out, stuff scrolling, stuff, all this words. People want something that's straight to the point. They get it done, they get out, and they keep it moving. So definitely check out Squarespace. Um, this video is not even sponsored by them. I don't even know who's sponsoring this video. Hold on. Kowo. Kowo is sponsoring this video. So Kowo is a friend of mine's. Actually did this logo. Check me out. I don't even think you can see it. You know how they do those makeup videos and people show stuff? This is that, right? This is the eyeliner. So Kowo is like that. It's African coffee beans. It's my homeboy. He runs it actually, and it's actually the beans. You have to, roast them, grind them up. It's perfect. I'm gonna put that link in there because now they are my sponsor. So the point is, Squarespace isn't sponsoring this. None of these companies I'm naming is sponsoring this, but I just love them so much, and this is like a legit, realistic video. Next thing, you gotta collect. You gotta stop collecting money through Cash App and freaking cash in general. Like that's dead. Like dead that today. And there's multiple reasons why. First of all, with cash, first of all, if you're a photographer and you're taking it serious, you need to go ahead and start taking deposits like today. Deposits for me work because it ensures that I'm not wasting my time booking you out. It ensures that people do show up. It's rare that people pay their deposit and they don't show. And if they don't show, it's a very good reason why. Or they give you a heads up and maybe you can reschedule. Me personally, I take 50%. I seen like somebody today say, hey, deposits are $10. Those are not your clients. I'm sorry, I got to break it to you. I mean, I don't mean to hurt nobody's feelings. Get rid of those clients today. So, but you need somewhere to store your money. Personally, I would start off with PayPal, and then I would move to QuickBooks. I'm gonna explain why. PayPal's simple. It's very simple. You go in, you create invoices. You can say, hey, I only need this person to pay 50% or $5 or $50 or $100, whatever you want it to. You can set it that the person can do that, and you can let your client know like, hey, to book me, you're just required to pay this on an invoice. Plus, it leaves a paper trail, so if anything happens, a lot of people, and I'm rolling my eyes at this, a lot of people hate doing, they hate paying fees. I don't care if you're taking money through a credit card anywhere, you're paying processing fees through anybody. So go ahead, let PayPal take their 0.03% and call it a day, right? Also, PayPal will take your money if you do shady business. My clients actually like that because they know I'm legit and they know that, hey, there is a chance I can get my money back if Gavin is playing with me. But guess what? Your boy don't play. Next up, you get QuickBooks. Personally, me, I have both. The reason why I have both is because QuickBooks is very easy with my taxes at the end of the year. I don't really like the invoice system. It's cool, but I have to send like 2 invoices if I want to do a deposit. I haven't learned it. It's very confusing. It is very much like when you get in there, you're just like, all right, I'm gonna cancel. But if you go on YouTube University, shout out to them. You can definitely learn everything you need to know about QuickBooks. But at the end of the year, when you have to pay taxes every quarter or when you need to file taxes at the end of the year with TurboTax, you can literally click a button, get these reports, and it's easy. PayPal, not so much, but I use both. And I kind of import stuff into QuickBooks and I filter it through. But definitely start with PayPal. Once you start making enough money, you feel like, hey, I can do this, go ahead, run your ass over to QuickBooks and keep it moving. 3, there's an app. It's called Miles IQ. This thing tracks everything you do in your car, where you're driving, how far you're going, and lets you know how much you can write off. Literally, you log in, you put your miles, you put your car, your make and model, you put where your miles is, and that's all you have to do. Every month, it'll let you know how much you done drove. It'll tell you every drive, and you can swipe and say, actually, this wasn't for business. Actually, this was. At the end of the year, it literally prints you out a report. You say, hey, this is how many miles I drove my car for business. I like it, especially because if there's ever a question, I can just print out and say, no, actually, I've been tracking every drive. You can see where I've been going, where I haven't been going, and you can kind of know like, hey, I'm securing this and that this is actually going to work. So definitely get Miles IQ. Check all the links. They're down below, like where I check, where, any offers I have, any codes I use, but definitely all the apps are down below. Number 4, the days for delivering pictures through Dropbox, done. Kill that noise. Stop doing that. It's kind of corny because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of going back and forth. You don't know if your client downloaded them already. You can't keep a track. I use Pixie Set, and it is amazing. Pixie Set is cool because you go in, you create this gallery, you can customize it, you can work through, and you can send it out. People can favorite their favorite pictures, and once they get done, it'll let you know like, hey, such and such, Jalen Rose over here went on and favored all his pictures. You're good to go, Gavin. Go ahead and start editing. You can do that. Also, you can customize. Hopefully, if I'm not lazy with this video, I show you different things which you can go in with Pixie Set, and you can scroll and you can look at different things and say, hey, I'm customizing different stuff. And so Pixie Set is cool for that. If I am lazy, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. I actually quit my job today, but that's a whole nother subject. We're not even gonna get into that. So you go through Pixie Set, you make it happen, you get it done. Also, it looks beautiful for weddings. They have templates in there. It connects directly through your website. The reason why I love it for weddings is you can collect clients' emails. This is important because right now, Instagram, social media networks is not the wave. Like it is right now, but it's soon to not be the wave just because it's becoming more of a big business type thing. I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video, you're noticing that your Instagram engagement is going down. It's just dying. And you're probably noticing on Facebook, like you see too many ads from people who spend way more money than you. It happens. Social media networks do it. But the cool thing is you need to be collecting clients' information now because A, you can use it in the future. B, you can say, hey, my outreach is here. And in Pixie Set, I love sending it to my bride and groom and saying, hey, make sure here's your link. I make sure people register. You can also put passwords on there so that people can't access different galleries, and you can hide galleries so nobody can see them. But when I collect those emails, those are more clients, especially people who want their reception pictures. They'll give me their email. I have it now. I can say, hey, y'all, I'm offering $100 off my next session. Feel free to sign up. This is all. I literally download all the emails. I put them in my MailChimp. I keep it moving. I'm not even going to mention MailChimp today, but definitely get MailChimp. It's free. Pixie Set, they do have a free version. Miles IQ, they have free for a couple of drives. And PayPal ain't free. Well, it's free to sign up, but you're going to have to pay that on the back end. And then also I have with Squarespace, you get your trial for 2 weeks. So that's kind of cool too. Finally, the last one. Hold on, I got to fix my light because that's how these hood videos go. We back. I don't even know if you can make a difference. I'm so light that you probably did not tell that the light went off, which is stupid. Which isn't stupid. It just sucks. It don't even suck. I actually like me. So last thing. Weddings are rewarding, stressful. I don't get anxiety about pretty much anything. Yay me. For those of you who do have anxiety about certain things, and it's a lot of people, it's totally fine. This app will save your life when it comes to weddings. I use Dubsado, and please, the company, if I said your name wrong, please do not fire me, cuss me out, or send somebody after me. I personally use them for all of my wedding stuff. Like, I don't care what it is. Dubsado is kind of like, it's a CRM. So a client relationship, customer relationship management tool. I don't even know what the CRM means, but I know what it is. Shout out to all the hotels I work for coming up. So this does everything. And I'm definitely going to have to show you how this works one day. I'm going to have to do a full tutorial on them. Check them out. You literally go in, you create a project, you list your client, and you can create workflows that will run your wedding seamlessly from the business aspect, right? So I go in, I create this project. I say, hey, Jalen Rose here wants to book me for a wedding. Shout out to Molly. Him and Molly are already married. They booked the wrong photographer. They should have got me. Give the people what they want, I guess. So the point is, you go in there and you create your client, you create their date. It automatically blocks it out in your Google Calendar once you sync it, right? So then you go through and you say, hey, you can create a questionnaire for your clients to fill out. I usually put in there like the dates, what time they get married, things they like, what they want their package to look like. Once they sign up for that, my clients actually will get their contract. They get their contract. Once they sign it, they will soon get their invoice. Once they pay their deposit, I don't do nothing. Like literally after I create the stuff and they fill out their questionnaire, I don't do anything because I just have a wedding workflow that's already built in. And it keeps me on track because now I don't even have to worry about like, oh, I have a wedding this day. No, it goes straight to my Google. The money, it connects to your PayPal or Stripe, and it connects to your QuickBooks. So you don't even have to worry about anything on there. Literally, I had one client who was paying me like $50 a week for her wedding. I didn't care because she paid me way before her wedding money was due, but it was easy for her. She didn't have to tell me she was paying me. I just got an email saying, hey, thank you for your payment of $50, whatever, right? Then it would happen. I had one client last week who fully paid off her wedding. I had no idea her wedding is not to October, but she was like, hey, I got an email saying, hey, I don't even want to use her real name. Jalen Rose, well, his wife, let's say Molly, paid off your wedding, and guess what? It's done. You don't have to worry about it. Just be ready. And I love that. It doesn't just work for weddings, right? I've used it for marathons, photography marathons. If you don't know what that is, you rent out a spot, you just sell time slots, and you just shoot all day. We can get into how you should definitely do that with marketing your business. That's a whole nother video. I have different contracts because not only do I do photography, like I said, I do marketing. So I do a lot of things for brandings and consulting work that I do, things of that nature. I show up places and act crazy. Nobody pays me to do that. I just do that when the time is right. So it's kind of cool there, right? So check them out. So those are my 5 tools. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're using. If you have a tool that you definitely think that people should use, definitely let us know. Feel free, leave your comment, like, subscribe, unlike. But if you unlike, you got to make me a promise. You got to get in the comments. You got to let me know because I'm going to flame you. It's going to be over. Make sure you follow me. I am _Gavin B. And thank you for rocking with me.